How you doing, everybody? Randy Richard in the shop, and we're over here in the new addition to the shop, and this is a bench, and I got a couple machinist box on, and it's right here by the lathe and my milling machine, and it's not enough space really, so I'm going to put a shelf in right here, about 15 inches above the tabletop. And if you follow me on Instagram, you've already saw the piece of wood that's going to go in there for the shelf. So I have that is really all made, but I need to build some legs for it. I'm going to put 2 legs on it, and hopefully it'll be kind of unique. I already have some supports here on the wall. Put in some little angle iron supports I made up, and we just got to get those legs made. Little drawing I made up, how they're going to be made up, and adjustable, and we got some parts to make. So we're on it. Okay, I've ripped that one edge off, so we have a straight edge. We're going to keep the live edge, and now it's sitting pretty flat. It is not perfectly flat or anything. This has a crown to it, and it's concave on the other side, but it sits flat, and I'm going to run it through the planer now. Came out awesome. Very solid. This thing's very heavy. This is down to 1 3/4 inch thick. The bottom, I'm gonna leave that little bit in there, that little hollow in there, but it doesn't matter. I wanted the top mostly flat. I still have a little bit down here, saw cut on the end, but that's okay. And over there, that's minor. It'll look good. Gives it character. It got some really nice grain going on, a little waviness and stuff, and up in here. This is a black oak, and we cut this, and I cut this from one of our trees, and we cut this down, the tree down 1.5 years or more ago, and actually maybe it was a 2-year-old, 2 years ago, and a little over a year ago, we cut this into some slabs, and I have a couple more left. This is going to be a shelf in the shop for toolboxes, so machinist toolboxes. I just have to make some brackets, but a little more work on this, trim the ends on it, and do a little sanding, but not much. The finish came out awesome as far as the planer goes. It's very sharp. Be sure to check out the video on sharpening planer blades and setting up joiners and things like that I have out there. Anyway, this came out beautiful. It'll be a really nice shelf. I sanded that with 100 grit, and then straight to 320. Smooth as a baby's behind. On that bottom side, this is a little bit of a hollow spot because of the way the board was curved. A little hollow spot in here, which I sanded out and got the mold. There's a couple mold strips from sticker wood, so I got those out, cleaned up a bit. But that's the bottom anyway. We're gonna leave that bark on. It's on there really good, so we're just gonna leave it. We'll use the Evolution saw here, and I'm right at 14.5 inches, and I don't think that's really gonna make it. It'll be very close. We'll see how we might have to finish it off with a hand cut. A little shy, but good job. This is the other end. Just gorgeous. Hopefully the top will look like that too. That's the end grain all sanded and burnished a bit with the 320 grit. It's actually very beautiful. Okay. It's awesome. Okay, hold on a second. Don't talk. Okay, I'm just putting finish on. This is Danish oil, fruit wood, actually Danish oil, and so it adds a little bit of color, but not much. But this is just turning out beautiful. It's going to be beautiful. So this chuck, I've said this before, the smallest I can hold in this chuck is 5/8, and this is 1/2 inch stock, so I throw it in the collet. There. This works pretty good, and so I do this really quite often, so because I like using this lathe. This is a W1 tool steel. Using that because it's what I have. 1-inch rebar. All I want to do is form about a 4-inch point. So basically about a little less than the width of the anvil here, but and then have a straight section, and we're going to cut it off, drill and tap the end so it's a cap. Roscoe's going to help today. Huh, bud? Huh? Alright, that came out really good, actually, I think. And I can cut it off. Pretty straight. Nice taper. I'll be pretty happy with that. And I'm going to turn around and do the same thing on this end. Okay, 2 ends are done. We'll quench them, get them cooled off, cut them off, machine them. counterbore for the leg right here. So the leg will go up in that hole a little bit, and it's adjustable. So the top end will be hidden. You'll see when it's all together. This wood is hard. This bit is sharp. It's ready to insert in from the bottom. There. So far, so good. There are a couple levels on here. See if we can get this leveled up. Took about 5/16 off. Should do it. Give me plenty of room for adjustment that way. Okay. I set them for one mark high in the front. So that way if you set them up there, it doesn't roll off. Now for the final step, the points I forged. This is these are lock. These will lock it so that the legs don't turn and stuff. Kind of like lock nuts. These came out really, really nice. They can lock tight. Looks like the rebar got jammed right through the wood. Solid, just solid. right on through the wood there. Capped off with the finial and right on down to the brass foot. I think it looks awesome. I think that's going to be the setup. These two boxes have tools. This one is an empty box right now. And I've had this box for a while. It's a real old Kennedy one. And I have nothing in it right now. It's actually in pretty good shape. The box is in great shape. The felt is not perfect, but it's good enough to use for sure. The slides are a little sticky. Yeah, we'll have to fix them up a little bit. But they all fit. Computer's going to sit there, surface plate, and work area. You know, there's always one last thing to do before your projects are complete. RR in the shop. Sometimes out of the shop, but most of the time in the shop. Thanks you guys for watching. Please stay tuned for more videos. We've got lots of projects planned. They take time, but lots of projects. Please subscribe and click your notification bell for when new videos come out, and we'll be on it. We'll see you in the next one. Thank you. Thank you for watching.